Welcome to the 9th day of Thotmas. As always, I am Producer Tim, and with me is Drexel. Drex, you have brought in another story. We've had 3 stories so far, and now comes story number 4, the 9th day counting down to December 25th. What did you bring for me?
I got something for you guys today. This story of Thotmas is titled BJ Gives BJs times 3. I'm going to take you guys back, way back, to a simpler time, to a better time. The year is 1994. A lot of shit happened in 94, right? A lot of movies came out, books, video games. We were on the cusp of this is back as the relationship between Nintendo and Sony broke apart when there was a PlayStation, as it was 2 words. PlayStation, 1 word, was released a year later in 95. A lot of shit. 94 was an interesting year, man. And if you're a rap head, a lot of great albums came out in this era. And I remember this time because it was one of many red pills that I was dispensed at my tender young age. And during this time, we went to go play football at the elementary school about a mile from my house, right? So we go to play football. Just, like I said, for those of you guys who don't know, back in these days, boys used to actually be outside playing, not sitting in this house all fucking day, right? Pandemic or not. So we go down to play some football. We're doing our thing, playing some catch, playing, tackle football, because, we actually had toxic masculinity. And my brother was dealing with this chick. I'll never forget. She was blonde hair. And luckily, her initials actually are accurate. Her initials actually were BJ. And he was like, my brother was that dude who was like, was like, yeah, this is my girl. I'm seeing this girl or whatever. It is what it is. And, I don't think he really took it like that serious. But my parents, that prior year, 1993, took in foster kids. They were brothers. And they took him in. And so I actually I went from being the youngest of 2 children to the youngest of 4 kids, right? So me, my biological brother, and my 2 older foster brothers, right? So when my brother took this BJ to the football field, she's sitting there. She kind of chatted a little bit. My brother's playing. My foster brothers are playing around. One of my foster brothers, the oldest one, was talking to her while he's sitting on the sideline. He goes back to the house. He leaves. Then she's talking to the middle foster brother a little bit. Then they both leave. My brother is still playing football. I'm still playing football. To me, you guys gotta remember, I'm still, I'm not even a teenager at this point. So does it look odd that they're leaving together? That it's not my brother because that's the chick that my brother showed up with? Yeah, it's a little odd, but I don't think much of it, right? I'm still just a little tadpole by this point. So they get up, they walk away and leave. And I'm thinking, whatever, still playing football. Eventually,
They're going to go get a slushie from the corner store together.
Of course. I mean, ices were always in high demand.
You guys call them ices?
We got ices and slushies.
Okay.
And they end up leaving. And I'm thinking, that was kind of weird. I see my brother leave. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure they're probably going to go back to the house and hang out. I'm going to let you guys know something. I'm going to let you in a little secret. There was no hanging out. Okay. She literally went dick to dick to dick. She was familial sucking, right? She was trying to succeed.
Succeed from the union, apparently.
Yeah, man. This is the reason why this bothered me when I look back on it. You got to remember our age gap. So this chick would have been 14. And it was that easy in 1994 to take a blonde girl back to your house to get slobbed up, to get some sloppy toppy for you and your two brothers. Now, I was a young whippersnapper. I'm sure if I would have just asked, I could have gotten slobbed up too, right?
Probably.
You guys.
But then who would have left anything for the teacher?
Yeah, I know, right? When I tell you guys these bitches ain't shit.
Quick side note, we think that all these teachers, these ho teachers, messing around with the students, we think this is a new thing. It's not.
No, this has been going on. Oh yeah, this has been going on, man.
Anyways.
And here's the thing about when it comes to the thottery that was going on, right? The reason why I wanted to share this story, and there's a piggyback on this story to yet another story. The reason why I wanted to tell it was this. The lesson for today. They thought early. You understand? If she was that comfortable at 14 to do that, let me ask you guys something. How long do you think she's been sucking dick?
My guess would be 3 years.
At least, right? So she's probably sucking dick since she was 11 years old. If she was 14 then, she was probably on her knees since she was 11. So these are the girls that end up getting ran through and get, illegitimate babies, bastard children, demon spawn, running around, terrorizing everybody today. That was in 1994. The current year, 2020. Let's just say she had a baby by the time she was, 20. So 6 years later. Well, those are the 18-year-olds running around, right? 15, 16-year-olds.
Very scary thought indeed.
Think about it. When you go to the prisons, who are those guys in prison? Especially, I'm talking about America. Products of single mother-led households. And the reason why this story resonated with me when I was writing down the different stories in my life that would go well with this Thotmas series is because it goes well with yet another story from roughly the same era with the same brothers. They all were caught up in Me Too before Me Too was a thing with a white girl. Yeah, imagine that. I'm not joking, man. This chick was Casper the Ghost White. Like, you have those white girls who are white, and then you have those girls who are white, right? They have white
Yeah.
skin. You're like, like Kristen Stewart in Twilight level white, where you're like, damn, did you fucking use some kind of filter? Like, you are bright white.
Go to a tanning salon. How hard is it? Everyone else does.
Right? Well, some of these girls can't tan. They'll just burn. Because, if your pigment is a certain way, you'll just burn instead of tan. She might just need a spray on tan, the bronze tan.
You know what? They all do it anyways. Why not?
They do it anyway.
Just get that fake tan.
Well, the reason why this story really spoke to me when I wrote it down and for the series was this. When my older brothers, when we took in the foster kids and they first came in, it didn't take long because they were, young, black, decent looking kids, and they were charismatic. In an all white school, game on. You're the commodity. And the same thing would work vice versa. If you went to an all black school, an all Latino school, like Latinx school, and you're the white guy, well, guess what? You're the anomaly.
Well, imagine if you're the white girl. Oh my God, you go to an all black school and you're a white girl?
And you're an attractive white girl? Oh, game over. That I actually talked about that on Nick's show. There was a black girl white blonde girl who went to a historically black college, graduated with honors, all that stuff, and black girls are mad because, of course, she's taking our men. Because it was a sorority issue, right? Bitches bitching about, as always. So she wanted a spot in the sorority, and now they're, of course, racially discriminating against her, right?
She's taking them in because you won't clean yourself up. You are an absolute disaster.
Yep, I saw her picture. She was a good-looking white girl. She wasn't like oh my gosh, she's a dime, but you don't need to be. If you're pretty, you're attractive, you're nice. That's
when
good.
You're in a sea of these twerking black girl thoughts.
Oh yeah, you're a dime because remember it's a scale. And the thing is that she can get a black guy from that school who's the top of the top, the class president type, the guy who's starting a company, and she can get that guy. She has access to him in ways that the black chicks didn't. But the
Ah,
reason why
that's actually
it's
smart. You know what? White father, send your white girls to all black schools. Do it.
yeah, right.
She'll get the successful man.
She will. Yeah.
Because as a father, that's the best thing you could hope for.
Yeah, I mean, white dads typically want their daughters to be with white guys. I understand that tribalism. I mean, that's across the board with everybody. Most people marry within their own ethnic group. But if you're one of these people trying to swirl and date out, look, go to where you will be the minority, and then you get to pick the cream of the crop.
Now, wait a second.
Simple.
Wait a second. I think we're being unfair to the white fathers just a little bit here, because the difference between getting a black successful man and bringing home. So when a white father says, "Oh, I don't want my daughter dating black men," the black man that he has in his mind is the gangster with his pants around his ankles, grabbing his crotch like Michael Jackson.
That's true. Although a lot of that is just like I said, a lot of it comes from ignorance on both sides. Like, if the white guy feels that way or has that image, I see it the same thing from the black side too, where, especially like black mothers. Black mothers can't stand white women. Black women in general hate white women every moment of every day.
Or woman. Yeah. Every woman hates every other woman.
Well, absolutely. It's just black women just hate more. And for any white girl out there who says that she has black female friends, I got a news flash for you. She's not really your friend.
Yeah, she hates you. She'd sell you out for a Klondike bar.
Absolutely. Especially if it was attached to a black man or, God forbid, a white man. She'd sell you out in a heartbeat. But going back to the story, guys, the story twists because I think about what BJ did with my biological brother and my two older foster brothers. And I like to blend that story with the fact that when those foster brothers first got there to our house, they got in the midst of a Me Too allegation from this ghostly white chick. It was an early red pill for me because here they are getting basically, like I said, it was not a full on Me Too, like, oh, they raped me or something. It wasn't full on, they assaulted me. It was like basically they were doing too much. And I'm like, wait a minute. So she was always, of course, she's the victim because all it was about was that it was based on attention, right? There's a little touchy-feely going on, but hey, they got touchy-feely with someone else too, right? Mm-hmm. She couldn't handle it. So she did the white girl tears, right? Turn on the Waterworks and start making accusations. Emmett Till style, right? The reason why I bring this up is that, trust me, gentlemen, I was the youngest. So I would have been 11 years old at the time. I understand your thirst. Trust me, I do. I understand your thirst. You want to get in the game, but you look at these snares and traps, you think, oh, Jesus Christ, man. So how do these cases, how do they correlate? We've talked about this, Tim. The BJ of the 9th day of Thotmas can easily become tomorrow's Rose McGowan with a Me Too allegation, right?
Yes.
Oh, I was on my knees with 3 guys. Oh, I was out there getting gangbanged. Oh, I was getting ran through. I love it. Yes, bust all over me. Bukkake.
And then her boyfriend
finds out.
The father of her kid, right? The simp father of her kid finds out that she got ran through and how quickly the story changes.
That's right. And just like that, bam, Me Too. You're like, wait, what? That happened. I told you guys about that case in New York. The white girl, she's actually doing time. I think she got like 9 months, which is like 9 months or like a year or something. She got in jail.
Which you've said before, like a false allegation, what should be your sentence?
It should be the same, whatever the max that the other side can get, but you shouldn't be allowed to get paroled. No early release, no parole. You do the full time. The full time. So if someone says, if you're in a state or a province or wherever you live, and they say the punishment for a rape conviction is, let's say, 30 years, that's the max. If they find out this person lied, they should do the 30, and they don't get to get out early. Not 1 day before 30 years do they get out, because then people are going to need to understand. Yeah, there's consequences out here.
But that's the big problem, is they don't understand consequence. They don't understand cause and effect. And deterrence works when you look at the example made by someone else and you tell yourself, well, I don't want that happening to me.
Yeah, I don't want that to be me.
I don't want that to
Fuck
be me.
that.
That's what deterrence is for in sentencing.
Yeah, yeah. If you were doing something, right? If you were out there
Yeah.
doing dirt in the streets, all of a sudden you don't want to do dirt in the streets anymore, right?
No, 'cause that's how deterrence works. It doesn't work
Yeah.
with women though.
It
So
doesn't.
sending one of them to 30 years in prison won't stop anyone else from doing it because they'll be like, oh well, I'll get away with it.
Yep.
She
I'm different. I'm
she
special.
sucks because she got caught.
Yep. But here's the thing though. What happens when it becomes the standard? That's where women do change. Like I've always said this. The stories about women being the emotional creatures and men being rational, that needs to be revised because if that were true, why are guys out here still wanting to get married and still want to have kids, but they know the system is as fucked as it is, right?
Dick said this in his book. Why do men join the army? Why do men fight for a government in a foreign land far across
Yeah.
without ever expecting the thank you, the the national monuments? Like no one stormed the beaches in Normandy saying to themselves, "Well, I hope I get my name written on a monument someday." Right? Does that not take emotion? Is that not emotion?
But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. If the laws reverse tomorrow, you would notice how much more logical women are than men. I promise you. If you said as of January 1st, 2021, the system is in total reverse. Now, women have the kids, the man gets full custody in 90% of the cases, and the women have to pay the men. Women would abort as long as they could abort, right? Because they go, well, I'm not taking that risk. See? You see what I'm saying? So if they did get pregnant, they go, I don't give a damn. I can just abort. See? Because women, all of a sudden, women wouldn't be talking about I want a family one day. Because they're like, well, hey, if a guy's going to get custody and I have to pay him, no thanks. I'm out. I'm out. See? But yet guys know the system is rigged. Guys, "Yeah, I want a family, Drex. I want to get married." Still, come on, man. Still in 2020, come on. Still, with all the information out there, come on.
Did you keep tabs on this BJ individual? Do you know what
No,
she's
I
doing
did
now?
not. You know what? Here's what's funny. I'm going to do this just for you guys because I know what her real name is. And I'm going to just Facebook her just to see if we can actually find her.
Okay,
And
so keep an eye out for an update on that one in a future episode. You know what? We'll update you as an intro to the Thad story. We'll update you on the status of this contact.
yeah, well, I
Like, are
hope
you actually
this
going to
isn't
message her?
her. Oh, God, no.
Oh,
I hope this is not her because this chick looks much older than she should.
well, Bukake is a terrible anti-aging cream. If I could make that as the title of an episode, that's what I would go with. Bukake is a terrible anti-aging cream.
So here's a problem with Facebook. It doesn't give you like information. Like some people, when they post their pictures, it doesn't really show their age and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
This chick, I mean, she wasn't hot, but could this be her? I'm gonna get back to you guys. I'm gonna show my brother. I'm pretty sure this person is not because this chick looks old. Like this chick looks old, even though she has a mutual friend with me. So that's what gave me hope.
All right. Yeah, look forward to the update on that when we
Yeah,
get
you're like,
one.
oh,
All right.
okay.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up the 9th day of Thotmas?
That is it, gentlemen. Yeah, keep your head on the swivel out there because as I told you guys, man, you don't know these girls are thought like, and that's the it's a double-sided lesson I want to teach you guys today, which is at the end of the day, these girls are thotting earlier and earlier. So don't think you're getting some prize. Remember, I told you guys, this is back in 94. In 1994.
Whatever age you think she thought it at, she was thoughting 4 years before that.
Correct. If she was on her knees at age 14 with my brother and two foster brothers and didn't think twice, left a football field after talking for a few minutes, not an hour, minutes, then yeah, bro, she's used to it. Like that's her comfort zone, right? And there it is, man. It is what it is, man. It's sad. That's what it is. That's what it is. And that's how you get Me Too later. Is the chicks who you think, oh yeah, she's a super freak. Yeah. Until you become successful or something. And then boom. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys today.
Nominated to the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for the 9th day of Thotmas. We are counting down to December 25th. The Thad story will make its historic debut on December 25th.
Yes, indeed.